Liverpool could be making a massive move to replace Andy Robertson. A young defender has just suffered a devastating injury, and there's a mystery Wonderkid from Saudi Arabia on the club's radar. What's really going on behind the scenes? Stay with me to find out, and don't forget to like and subscribe for all the latest Liverpool updates. Let's get into it. Mate, let's talk about Liverpool's left-back situation because, honestly, it's something that needs sorting. It's no secret the club is looking to strengthen in that area, and from what's being reported, there could be a massive move on the horizon. Andy Robertson, what a player he's been. An absolute warrior for this club. But let's be real, this season has been a bit of a rollercoaster for him. Some games he's been top class, showing that energy and drive down the left, but other times, you can see he's not quite at his best. At 30, he's still got plenty to offer, but Liverpool need to start thinking long-term. The club needs someone who can step in, develop, and hold that position for years. One name that's been floating around for a while is Milos Kerkez. Liverpool actually held talks with the Hungarian back in November, so there's definitely interest there. But here's the thing, Kerkez isn't the only player on the radar. There's another option, and if Liverpool can pull this off, it could be a massive signing for the future. Miguel Gutierrez. If you don't know much about him, let me break it down. The lad is 23, came through Real Madrid's academy, and is currently playing for Girona. And listen, this isn't just a random name being thrown about. Liverpool scouts watched him closely when he played against them in the Champions League. He's got that technical ability, he's composed on the ball, and he's a fantastic distributor, exactly the kind of qualities you want in a modern fullback. Now, on paper, this looks like a deal that makes perfect sense. He's valued at around €27.6 million, which is a bargain compared to the £50 million being thrown around for Kerkez. But here's where things get complicated. Girona are part of the City Group. That's right, the same ownership as them lot over at Manchester City. And let's be honest, they're not exactly going to be keen on selling a top talent to Liverpool. This means Liverpool either have to pay over the odds to force a deal or somehow convince City Group to do business with them, which, let's be real, isn't going to be easy. It's one of those transfers that could be huge if it happens, but at this point, it's hard to see Liverpool getting it over the line. Realistically, the club might have to look elsewhere when the window opens. Now, what do you think? Would Gutierrez be a good signing? Or is there another player you reckon Liverpool should go for? Let me know in the comments. Mate, this is one of those gutting updates that no Liverpool fan ever wants to hear. A young talent, full of potential, sidelined for the rest of the season, absolutely heartbreaking. But if there's one thing you know about Liverpool players, it's that they don't go down without a fight. Arne Slot's been lucky not to have too many injury issues to deal with so far, and when they've come up, he's handled them well. But this one? This is tough. A player contracted to the club, who's already had a nightmare with injuries this season, has just confirmed that his campaign is over. And it's only February. Callum Scanlon. That's the lad. He's been on loan at Millwall, looking to gain experience and break through, but luck just hasn't been on his side. He's only managed 4 games for them, and it's been stop-start all season. Earlier in the campaign, he picked up an injury that forced him back to Liverpool for rehab. Took months to recover, but when he finally returned in January, he hit the ground running. Even managed to score his first professional goal. Just when things were looking up, disaster struck again. It happened against Luton. Just 17 minutes into the game, Scanlon went down. At first, the hope was that he'd only be out for a few weeks. But now, he's confirmed on Instagram that his season is done. Proper tough one to take. His message was full of resilience, though, he said every setback makes him stronger, hungrier, and that this one will be no different. Classy touch from him as well, thanking the Millwall fans and the club for their support. For a 19-year-old, he's already got a maturity beyond his years. Liverpool rate him highly, no doubt about that. Signed him from Birmingham's academy, where he came through alongside Joe Bellingham, Jude's brother. This kid's got versatility as well, can play left back, right back, even further up the pitch as a winger. That's the kind of adaptability that could make him a real asset for Slot's squad in the future. For now, though, it's all about recovery. If he bounces back strong, and you know he will, there's a good chance he gets a look in during Liverpool's pre-season before heading out on another loan. This isn't the end of his story. It's just a tough chapter. And if there's one thing you can be sure of, it's that Liverpool players never back down from a challenge. Now, this is a proper exciting one. Liverpool might just be about to snap up one of the brightest young talents coming out of Saudi Arabia. Yeah, you heard that right. Saudi football has been on the rise big time, and now, one of their best young prospects could be heading to Anfield. Over the last few years, Saudi Arabia has gone from being a footballing underdog to making some serious waves on the global stage. Beating Argentina at the World Cup, bringing in superstars like Cristiano Ronaldo, Sadio Mane, and Bobby Firmino, the investment has been massive. And it's not just about big-name signings. The country is putting in the work to develop its own future stars, all part of a plan to be a real force by the time they host the World Cup in 2034. That's where Abdurrahman Soufiane comes in. Only 16 years old, but this lad has already been tearing it up in Saudi youth football. And listen to this, 88 goals in 44 games. That's not a typo. He even set a record by scoring 34 goals in a single match. That's just ridiculous. You don't do that by accident. This kid is special. Soufiane's got that natural attacking instinct. He thrives in one-on-one situations, can turn defenders inside out, and has an eye for goal that's rare for a player his age. He's left-footed, which already makes him a unique profile, and he's been playing centrally as well as out wide. Versatility like that is exactly what Liverpool love in a young attacker. And it's not just about doing it at youth level in Saudi Arabia. This lad's been putting in the work on the international stage as well. He's already scored against both the Netherlands and England at youth level, proving he can hold his own against top European opposition. Even in tough matches where his team is struggling, he finds a way to make an impact. Liverpool can't sign him yet, though. He won't be eligible to move until he turns 18 in 2026, but the club is already keeping tabs on him. With FSG and Michael Edwards looking to build a multi-club model, bringing in talents like Soufiane early and developing them within that system makes a lot of sense. This is one of those moves that could turn out to be massive in a few years. If he keeps developing the way he is now, Liverpool could be looking at a proper gem. One to watch, for sure. Now, if you love these deep dives into Liverpool's future stars, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. You won't want to miss what's coming next. Up the Reds!